Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. On the spot, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back, and I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, welcome back. 'Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Monday, December 23rd, 2019. On this day in 1938, a coelacanth was discovered off the coast of Madagascar. Do you know what a coelacanth is?
No.
It is a fish thought to have been extinct for millions of years.
Millions?
Oh, here, can we maybe switch microphones now? If you can do that, camera. Well, if you can do that, camera.
I thought you were looking towards the monitor.
There we go.
Yeah, but that's going to be, okay, I
No?
suppose. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because like the other way the microphone was blocked. Anyway, it was a fish thought to have been killed or extinct for like millions of years, and they found it off the coast of Madagascar. You know, there's another fish I'm surprised it's still alive.
A Wanda?
Salmon rushdie.
Oh, that ain't right.
I'm not sure why you chose to do so, but you're listening to That'll Learn Ya with your average run-of-the-mill alum, Michael Buster McMahon. I am Michael McMahon, and my daughter said for Christmas she wants things from Frozen. So I bought her a few bags of bird's eyes, peas, and carrots.
Peas and carrots.
Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. He disagrees with that Christmas commercial saying every kiss begins with K. Every kiss he got this year started with vodka. Today in the show, great songs and cool stories. And if we have time, we'll discuss why the Gospel of Mary wasn't considered to be included in the Bible. But we probably won't have time for that.
Nah, probably not.
So give us a buzz at, what's the number?
642-9039.
567-8449.
Stop it.
No, all right, say the number again.
642-9039.
642-9309.
And I got us on 89.5 for a little bit. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's up
Okay,
there now.
so we're currently on WSKB.org.
No, the radio, yeah. The terrestrial radio, and by default, you go on .org, yeah.
And westfieldtv.org.
Yes.
Okay.
And Channel 15 local.
So we are basically accessible worldwide.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Join the 5 people who listen regularly.
Hey.
What?
More than 5 people.
Every radio station I've ever worked for really hated when I said that. And I said, it's a joke. They go, oh, you're making fun of our ratings. I'm like, there's not a person out there that thinks that only 5 people are listening.
Some do.
Every radio station I've ever worked for always hated when they said that. But you know what? I'm still going to say it.
Gotcha.
All right. And so I said, give us a buzz at 642-9309. And remember, Mark Zuckerberg says he wears gray shirts every day because he doesn't like to waste time on unimportant things. Says the man who runs Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a really weird place right now.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. I don't know if this is relatable to people, if they can understand this. I don't understand this, but I don't know if I'm in a good mood or a bad mood. I mean, shouldn't you know?
No, there's been times where you've been kind of, people have been in between.
I don't know what I am. As you know, I said last week I did an open mic night last Sunday.
Yep.
Another opportunity popped up, and I jumped on it with very little notice. I went to an open mic night on Friday.
Yep.
And again, the new routine that I do in the style that I'm doing it, it seemed that some people liked it, but I was kind of hoping that people would love it. So, and I know that's a lot of pressure to put on a brand new routine. Only going out 2 times.
You're like Clark W. Griswold. I swear to God.
But I wanted this. I put so much pressure. I wanted this to reignite my passion.
I know you're like Clark W. Griswold.
And it didn't reignite my passion.
I gotta find that clip.
It went fine, but right to the script. What did I say was going to happen? This happens every single time. I don't do comedy for a while, maybe 2 years. I decide to go to an open mic night. It goes halfway decent.
Yeah.
So I go to a second open mic night. And what happens? Right to the script, like always, I bump into somebody I know that I used to do comedy with in the 90s. And he says to me, oh, my God, this is great. Are you getting back into this? And I say, I don't know. He's like, well, give me a buzz. I'll get you a booking. And here I go again. This is right to the script. This always happens. It's usually the second open mic night. I bump into somebody I know. They say, hey, we'll get you a show. So I'm doing a couple. I'll be doing a couple paid shows around. Next thing I know, I'm driving to Willimantic.
Again.
And there's 10 people in the audience. And I'm like, going, what am I doing?
Again.
And I understand that this is what you have to do, but I have no qualms about becoming famous at this. This was something I used to really love doing. And
some people are drug addicts. You're just a comedy-aholic.
I compare it to having an ex-girlfriend. In this analogy, weird analogy, I'm a single guy, and this is my ex who obviously there's some kind of attraction, but we know that it's not going to work long term. And when I bump into her once in a while,
kind of like having a drug addiction, it's not going to work out. It's going to be
I like
bad.
to think this isn't as deadly as a drug addiction. This is just comedy.
It's
is like
disappointing.
an ex-girlfriend who I just when I see her, I really enjoy hugging her. That's basically what. It's a weird analogy.
The short of it.
So I don't know if so I went home from that thing. I was proud that at the drop of a hat, I showed up at this place. I did it.
Uh-huh.
I should be happy that people liked it and that I guess I have a future booking, but I can't get past the fact that I wanted people to love this routine. And again, it's a lot of pressure. It's only the second time
nobody will love everything
doing this.
When are you going to learn that part of it?
I know. I was just kind of hoping that it would. But remember, it was funny. I remember how I said the last time I did it, anything slightly anti-PC didn't go over.
Yep.
People can go up. Dark is still there. You can go up and talk about your abortion, your suicide attempt. That's fine. But this crowd, and I kind of sense that they kind of like some of the little anti-PC stuff a little bit.
A little bit more conservative than the last
A little bit. I wouldn't call them conservative. I would call them just a little more open to a good time. Are you being robbed?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm being funny towards one of our teachers who's pulling up, and it's like break. And
Is school open today? Okay.
No.
All right. So that's where I am. I just don't know if I'm in a good mood or bad mood. I will let you know when I do some of these bookings, if you so feel inclined to go out and actually have to pay money to see me, which
Gotcha.
I don't know why you would, because you see me for free once a week here.
Yeah.
But if you're so inclined to, I'll let you know if I'm going to be doing that. because
Yeah, okay,
I'll
I
probably
gotcha.
do about 5 of them, and they'll say, why the hell am I doing this again?
Again,
And
yeah.
then I won't do it for another 2 years.
Although the last time you tried this, you were still working at MAS, so you know.
No, actually, a couple years ago, I did.
Was it after that?
Yeah, and we were talking, and I actually gave it a serious push. Ended up playing a Mohegan Sun, and I ended up doing quite a few things, and things were going pretty well. And then I just, driving out to the sticks. I did a show down in Willimantic. I did a show in Worcester.
I remember the Willimantic show.
The Worcester show was just a mess. It was like this fundraiser at a bar.
Yep.
And yeah, people just I think they didn't know it was comedy night. This was like their regular bar, and they just wanted to sit and drink. I don't think they knew it was comedy night, and that's what you do.
I got you. I hear you. I hear you.
This place was cute that I did Friday. It was Iona Cafe, I think is the name of it, in Indian Orchard.
Don't know where that is.
It's not a bar. It was like a little restaurant, and the lights are on full blast. They took the tables out. They just threw all the chairs there, and people jammed into this little place in Indian Orchard. It was a fun night.
Yeah.
And as I said, I bumped into somebody new, Daryl Roseman. I don't know if you ever see, a very funny comedian.
Nope.
We may actually have a comedian calling in later. Artie Robb may be calling in. He's doing a show in Springfield. A very funny guy. And I invited him. I said, if you're up in time, maybe give a buzz a little bit later in the show to promote the show. So.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what we do. We don't just yap. Sometimes we do.
we do.
But most importantly, the meat in our stew here is we play really, really cool songs, and I tell you some of the stories behind them. Now, this song is an emotional gut punch to me. Whenever you watch like the video, now you have the right version, right? I'm asking for the live version this time.
I only had one version in my library, so
Is it the live version?
I don't know.
Can you
Hold on.
I need the live version for this song. It's the only way the story works.
All
right. So this song was always an emotional gut punch to me. That's okay. I can talk for a while about the song. Stevie Nicks wrote it. It was supposed to be on the Rumors album. It was about the breakup of her and Lindsey Buckingham. And the song was very, very powerful to her. And as they're putting the songs together for Rumors, that fantastic album, this amazing song didn't make the cut. They said it was kind of slow. They had a couple slow songs already. Didn't fit the overall tone of the album. They weren't going to use it. She was very upset by this. She really wanted this song to be used. Instead, they issued it as a B-side to one of the singles. So, like, fans of Fleetwood Mac really, really loved the song. And they kept pushing for, it to be included in more things. And Mick Fleetwood said that, we're going to probably put it on a future box set or something. So as Stevie Nicks' solo career took off, she wanted to use the song for a box set for her. And even though she wrote the song, Mick Fleetwood said, no, it's technically property of Fleetwood Mac. And she was very upset by this because this was her song. This song meant so much to her. She wrote it, and she wanted to use it. And the band would not let her use it. So it was kind of a nice little throw. When the band got back together in the 90s, they did a live version. It's called The Dance. And the fans were really surprised that this song was included. And what's great about it, she wrote it about Lindsey Buckingham. And if you get to see the video, and which I recommend you do, the name of the song is Silver Springs. Named after they were touring, and they went by Silver Springs, Maryland. And she thought that was a very comforting name. And that's why You Could Be My Silver Springs. But at the end of the video, she's just sitting there, or she's standing there and just singing the song at Lindsey Buckingham, just saying the lyrics right to me. He's got to stand there and take it and play the guitar and do his part in this. And I think everyone in the crowd was just like, whoa. It was such an emotional thing. You feel like you're invading their privacy watching this thing going on. And every time, I just absolutely love this version. And in fact, I'm not the only one. They got nominated. This live version got nominated for Vocal Performance of the Year at the Grammys. So it's I recommend seeing the video. It's fantastic. It's a great, beautiful song by Stevie Nicks. Here's Fleetwood Mac and Silver Springs, 89.5 WSKB.
Radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Saturdays were made for polka. Tune in to the Polka Jammer Network starting at 6 a.m. and Polka Hall of Famer Billy Bellina, Breakfast at BB at 8:30.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Christmas list is you. First thing on my Christmas list is you. I can't wait for you to open your key.
You're the only present
I bet you can't guess what it
I
is.
have to wait till Christmas Eve.
I'll tell Santa you've been extra nice this year. Candy canes and chocolate kisses, Yuletide cheer and Christmas wishes. First thing on my Christmas list is you. Joyful spirit burning bright, together on this silent night. First thing on my Christmas list is you. Candy canes and chocolate kisses, Yuletide cheer and Christmas wishes. First thing on my Christmas list is you. Joyful spirit burning bright, together on this silent night. First thing on my Christmas list is you. First thing on my Christmas list is you. First thing on my Christmas list is you.
Where'd you find that one?
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that's no, I've never heard that one before.
I sometimes at work we will just play something really, really obscure, and we've been playing a lot of Christmas music, and that when that comes on, and the Christmas music has been annoying me.
Yeah,
But that's one of the ones that comes on. I'm like, hey, that's kind of pretty.
that's nice. Yeah, I like that one.
So I looked it up. It's Shane Henry and Maggie McClure. I can't tell you much about them. I don't think they're overly famous yet, but hopefully,
They're fairly new.
yeah. I don't know if they're a couple, but yeah, it's a really pretty song. So Shane Henry and Maggie McClure. First thing on my Christmas list is you.
I like it.
Yeah, if you want it for your personal collection, you look it up, and hopefully they become something. It sounds like they must be country people. It's got like a little country twang to it. But yeah, very pretty song. Good. I'm glad you liked it. I came here as I was driving to this. I'm like, I really, really hope Peter likes my second song.
No, you don't. Are you kidding?
There's so much pressure on me to find songs that I think you're gonna like. Because you seem like a nice guy but people don't know backstage. Like if there's songs that you don't like, you're a monster.
I am not. Don't even start that.
What do you think of the? What do you think of the hat? The Christmas hat? I think
I like it.
Yeah, I think I'm.
I had on my Patriots Christmas hat yesterday. I have a Santa cap with the Patriots logo embroidered on the front.
Because everyone knows Santa Claus is a Patriots fan.
Well, I don't know about that, but I can only get to wear it a couple times a year. So.
I think it's funny when people say that they pray to God for their team to win. I'm like, look, if that worked, the Padres and the Saints would be doing a lot better than they are.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's where God would want to win more titles.
Yeah, I got you on that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
It's always sometimes a blessing and a curse if you have a hit song. And over the years, the Gibbs had mixed feelings about this gigantic hit. Because on one hand, it brought them tremendous fame. On the other, it led them to being pigeonholed as a disco act, even though they had a long and varied career before and after that did not include disco. But the song was not initially scheduled for release. It was included on the soundtrack. The first song was supposed to be released was How Deep Is Your Love? And I remember to this day, the movie came out, I must have been in like third grade or something, and this kid, because like during the commercials for the movie, I would hear How Deep Is Your Love? And I'm like, that's a really pretty song. I liked it. Mm-hmm. And I said, I wonder what the name of the song is, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling my friend about it. I'm like, I said, I really like the song. And the next day, I listened to the commercial more closely. I got the name of the song, and then the song started playing on the radio. So I told my friend, I'm like, oh, I said, I know that song that's from Saturday Night Fever, How Deep Is Your Love? And this little other snotty kid, not even talking to him, it's Staying Alive. To this day, I remember the tone. And I'm like, no one's even talking to you. And mind your business. No, it's not. And we argued over what song it was. Of course, stupid little 8 or 9-year-old kids that we were, couldn't comprehend that there was probably more than one song from this music movie that was coming out. But there was commercials that had the song Staying Alive in it. And the radio stations got so many calls. What is that song? I want that song. That the record company released that one also. And it also became a monster hit. And as I said, pigeonholed them for a little while, which is too bad because they were very, very talented. We played a lot of songs here over the years that they didn't even record, but they wrote for other people. They're very, very talented, and I'm sad that I'm probably not going to get to see them because one by one they're dropping off.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But here is that Staying Alive song. Here's the Bee Gees, 89.5 WSKB.
Your time.
Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
It's getting near dawn when lights close the tired eyes. I'll soon be with you, my love. Give you my dawn surprise. I'll be with you, darling, soon. I'll be with you when the stars start falling. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. I'm with you, my love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. I'm with you, my love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love.
put the mics on a little early for me, did you?
Yeah, it was almost done. We were in
That was
10
almost
seconds.
done, yeah, but now I'm singing over the.
That's
the
okay.
radio.
So what?
I would like to actually try singing that sometime. You know who I'd love to hear sing that song?
Who?
Ann Wilson.
Yeah, that would be
Big
a good one.
surprise. What's great is when you see them in concert, they'll always do one Led Zeppelin song because they started as a Led Zeppelin cover band.
Yep.
And they'll always usually pick another fun song. I've seen them. Love Hurts, if you can imagine her belting that out. And then Gimme Shelter, which is just Ann Wilson belting that out too.
Yeah, I could. That's a good one. Yeah.
God. Yeah, but this wasn't supposed to be about heart. But so
It always is about heart with you.
the Cream, that's Cream, and one of the members of the band, Jack Bruce, wasn't really overly familiar with Jimi Hendrix. And people are like, oh, you got to check this guy out. You got to check this guy out. So the guy goes to a Jimi Hendrix concert, and he's blown away.
You come back stoned?
And yeah, probably. And as he came back, though, he wrote the riff to that song. And you can definitely see that how it could be
That's
inspired by
Jimmy,
Jimi Hendrix. And so the rest of the band was like, that's a really cool riff you came up with there. And the rest of the band wrote the song around it. And so without Jimi Hendrix, we don't probably have that song.
Yeah.
And it's a great driving tune.
It is.
Cream. Sunshine of Your Love. Hey.
Before we get on to the next two, can I play a song that I like? Just a Christmas song that I like. It's from one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah. What movie is it from?
Well, I'll show you the video. You'll know exactly what it is as soon as you see it.
Sure. All right. Go.
You'll have to trust me on this one. I know it's hard for you to do that, but, you know.
There's no rap in it, right?
No.
Okay.
No, God, this is a classic. Let me pull myself out, put myself in, and...
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh. Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Got a ton of stuff to celebrate. Now it's getting closer, I can't wait. Gonna make this holiday as perfect as can be. Just wait and see this Christmas vacation. This old house sure is looking good. Got ourselves the finest snowman in the neighborhood. Ain't it fun? Always on the run. That's how it's done on Christmas vacation. Let's all let the homes and light the lights. Get a toasted fire burning bright. Give St. Nick the warmest welcome that he's ever had. We're so glad it's Christmas vacation. And when the nights are peaceful and serene, we can cuddle up and do our Christmas dreaming. Christmas vacation. 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 We're so glad it's Christmas vacation. Peace and joy and love are everywhere. You can feel the magic in the air. Let the spirit of the season carry us away. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. Fa la 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 and ho ho ho.
There's all your Christmas memories wrapped up into one little video.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's call an audible though and switch. Like, let's play the second song first. I don't want to play 2 Christmas songs in a row. You see.
Oh, for cripe's sakes, it's Christmas time.
So, and that's why we've included some Christmas songs today. But I kind of don't want to do 2 in a row. So it's not that hard. The song that was going to go second.
Okay.
We'll play that first, and the Christmas song that was going to come first.
Okay.
We'll put second.
All
See?
right.
I read the defense. I'm calling an audible.
All right.
Of course, now I got to
Change your story. You got a
change
story
my
for this, or?
Yes, of course I have a story.
Okay.
It was John Lennon was saying that Timothy Leary, when he decided to run for governor against Ronald Reagan, wanted a campaign song, and John Lennon's like, I got nothing. I don't know how to write a campaign song, and so the whole idea of everybody coming together, he goes, this song is absolutely stupid. He goes, it still doesn't fit as a. It's a nice idea, everyone coming together. It's kind of weird to hear John Lennon, the guy who wrote, like, imagine everyone coming together, saying that this song is just basically gobbledygook, is what he called it. But
one of his biggest songs of all time.
So he goes, I came up with it for the campaign. Of course, Timothy Leary gets busted for drugs, and that ends any hope of becoming governor.
Oops.
So I don't think he had much of a shot anyway. But then again, I mean, this is the state that elected Sonny Bono and
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gary Coleman. So basically, Clint Eastwood was mayor of a city for a while in California. So.
Yeah, he was.
So if you are a celebrity, you have a shot. Someday we're going to have to explain to future generations how when you're watching the movie Predator, that there's 2 future governors in that movie.
That's true. There are.
Yeah, like if you're
one of Minnesota. Minnesota's a little bit harder state to
like,
get
how
elected
can
in.
Carl Weathers not have run for governor? Just like, you know what? Why not? I mean, what the heck? I almost feel compelled to vote for him just to say that we could have 3 governors in that movie.
Write him in.
Yeah, I don't know what state he's from, but even if you're the guy who was in the Predator outfit, I think I would have ran for governor.
Okay, that's stretching it.
So here is the song that was originally intended to be Timothy Leary's campaign song, but the side effect was it turned out to be a pretty cool song anyway, and we all enjoyed it.
Yep.
Here's Come Together, Beatles, 89.5 WSKB.
Got to be
WSKB's community radio is Carson Center for Health and Human Services, a nonprofit organization located at 20 Broad Street in Westfield. They provided behavioral health and rehabilitation services in communities throughout Western Massachusetts since 1963. There are services for children, adolescents, adults, families, and couples. You can find them on the web at carsoncenter.org or at 413-572-4132.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Greeting cards have all been sent. The Christmas rushes through. But I still have one wish to make. A special one for you. Merry Christmas, darling. We're apart, that's true. But I can dream, and in my dreams, I'm Christmasing with you. Holidays are joyful, there's always something new. But every day's a holiday when I'm near to you. The lights on my tree, I wish you could see. I wish it every day. The logs on the fire fill me with desire to see you and to say that I wish you Merry Christmas. Happy New Year too. I just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you. Logs on the fire fill me with desire to see you and to say that I wish you Merry Christmas. Happy New Year too. I just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you. I wish I were with you.
What a waste. What a waste, Karen Carpenter. It's a shame. I forgot what microphone I was on there for a minute. So it's kind of funny. That song, the lyrics were actually written in the 40s. This guy, when he was 18 years old, he wrote these lyrics about a girl that he liked, and nothing ever became of it. And he went into, music didn't work out for him, so he became a teacher. And he was like a music teacher at the college that Karen and Richard Carpenter were going at. And they were starting to have some success locally. And they were saying, he was like, well, I'm really proud of you guys. Good luck and everything. And they go, well, we want to do like a Christmas song, but, you know, we don't want to do like an old Christmas song. We like to do an original Christmas song. And he's like, well, 30 years ago, I wrote a Christmas song. I don't know if you have any interest in it. They're like, well, we'll take a look at it. They didn't like the music so much, but the lyrics they thought were fantastic. So Richard Carpenter wrote brand new music for it, and boom, big hit. So good for this guy. He pays to know the right people sometimes.
Pays to be in the right place at the right time.
What a beautiful voice. Every time I hear a Carpenter song, it's tough to like, what an absolute waste. Karen Carpenter, just such a unique, beautiful voice, and shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame. So I wanted to get my daughter doesn't have school today. I was trying to get her on the show because she's got this really cool illusion that she's come up with. Let me tell you, it would be really great on TV. She has chapstick, and she kind of like puts her hands around here, and she can levitate the chapstick. Now, I'm not going to give you the trade secret away on how she does it, but I will tell you this, okay? There are no strings involved. It's really, really cool. It looks fantastic.
Nice.
She was in the shadows a little bit as she was doing it, so maybe that helped. I don't know, like if under the bright lights you could, maybe catch a trick or anything. But it's a really good. And I'll tell you also, she's not really levitating it. She doesn't have levitating powers. Okay. I'll also say that. But yeah, there's
stipulate to no levitation.
She's not really levitating, but there is no strings involved, and it really looks cool.
Nice.
So I was trying to get her to come on the show. And she said she'd rather sleep.
Yes.
Which I don't understand. Like, what kid wouldn't want to be on TV?
Been there, done that. She's already.
Yeah, that's true. She's been on the radio with me. She's been on TV. So I guess it's not that big of a thrill. But I was kind of hoping we could have had her on the show today, and maybe she could have done her neat little levitation trick.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then
did you tell her we have a really cool control room now?
Yes, I did. And then she came down afterwards. After we were impressed, she came down and she did it with 2 different chapsticks. So that was, and she's so. Well, hopefully we can get her on the show. Maybe she can do it for people watching on the TV. People on the radio, it wouldn't have been very,
right.
Levitate.
More incentive to watch on TV.
Yeah. So westfieldtv.org or wskb.org. But we have no levitation tricks. But you can see how I'm doing that. People on the radio, maybe I can fool. Anyway, so yeah,
I'll have to take your word for it.
Hats off to my daughter Serenity for that. So this band, it was a bit of a supergroup. Once Journey broke up, Jonathan Kane and Neil Sean said, you know what, we still want to do some music. And they were talking to John Waite, who was with the Babies. I think
John Waite was missing you.
Yes, he was. I actually think either Sean or Kane was in the Babies, if I'm not mistaken. But if I said that a little more confidently, nobody would have called me out on that. But that sounds familiar. Oh, my God. I was so upset. Okay?
Why is that?
I'm playing Trivia Pursuit.
Okay.
And this was for pie. And I think this would have, like, clinched.
Pie.
It wouldn't have won the game, but it would have, like, put me, I think it would have been, like, my 5th piece of pie or something.
Gotcha.
And the question was, and the guy that we were playing with, there's a bunch of group of friends, and the guy that was reading the card knew damn well I was right. And he wouldn't give it to me. Because it said John Waite was the lead singer of what group? Mm-hmm. And I said, the Babies. Give me my pie. And it was like a moops moment. He's like, oh, no. It says here, bad English. I'm like, well, he also was the lead singer of the Babies, and you know that. You're a music guy as much as I am. You know that John Waite was the lead singer of the band The Babies, and they had several hits.
The only two one that he has is The Babies and Bad English.
Yes. So the Babies should have counted. Yes, he was bad English, but he was also the Babies. My answer should have been accepted, and I didn't get the pie. I don't remember if I won or lost the game, but all these years later, like a decade later, I'm still bitter about not getting my point.
That's all you care about is not getting your pie?
Not getting my pie. You take pie from me, okay? We're going to have a problem. We're going to have a serious problem. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care, but don't take my pie. So the other band that John Waite was the lead singer of, yes, Bad English, and according to the Trivia Pursuit, the only band, obviously, he was the lead singer of, they got their name. They were hanging around and saying, hey, we should do this, and yeah. And they're hanging out, and they were playing pool. And one of them made a shot, and it did a really weird thing, and someone said, that's some bad English you got on that shot. And they kind of thought it was kind of cool, that it was a cool name, and that's where the name came from. So here was their biggest hit, When I See You Smile, 89.5 WSKB.
Sometimes I wonder how I'd ever make it through this world without having you. I just wouldn't have a clue. 'Cause sometimes it seems like this world's closing in on me, and there's no way of breaking free. And then I see you reach for me. Sometimes I wanna give up, wanna give in, I wanna quit the fight. And then I see you, baby, and everything's alright. Everything's alright. When I see you smile, I can face the world. Oh, you know I can do anything. When I see you smile, see a ray of light. Oh, see it shining right through the rain. When I see you smile, baby, when I see you smile at me. Oh yeah. Baby, there's nothing in this world that could ever do what the touch of your hand can do. It's like nothing that I ever knew. Hey, and when the rain is falling, I don't feel it, 'cause you're here with me now. I wanna look at you, baby. It's all I'll ever need. It's all I'll ever need. When I see you smile, I can face the world. Oh, you know I can do anything. When I see you smile, I see a ray of light. Oh, I see it shining right through the rain. When I see you smile, baby. Baby, when I see you smile at me, sometimes I wanna give up, I wanna give in, I wanna quit the fight. Then one look at you, baby, and everything's alright. Hey, everything's alright. It's when I see you smile, I can face the world. Oh, you know I can do anything. Yeah. When I see you smile, I see a ray of light. Oh, I see it shining right through the rain. Yeah. When I see you smile, yeah, I can face the world. Oh, you know I can do anything now. When I see you smile, oh yeah, baby, when I see you smile, smile at me.
Underwriting for WSKB's community radio programming is brought to you in part by R. Levesque Associates. They are offering landscape architecture, civil engineering, environmental permitting, and land surveying. RLA is a second-generation company devoted to excellence in the planning and design of outdoor spaces. On the web at rlaland.com or at 40 School Street in Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio, 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Showed her any affection at all. I wonder if it hurts her now. Now that it's too late to call, we let her down. It's true. We let her down. It's true. Told her I'd be there. It's easy to say what you wanna believe. I told her I'd love her. Now that it's too late, I see I let her down. It's true. Hoping that somehow somebody would see. So desperate for someone. I guess that she thought that someone was me. I let her down. It's true. I let her look through her eyes, close to the hurt and the pain. I hope now she's somewhere where they'll never hurt her again.
Oh, God, I love that song. Play it again. Chris Isaac. Shame on every single one of us for not making that song a hit. 2009, it came out, did not hit any chart, although it did any chart but the adult contemporary. Went to number 5, but it didn't show up anywhere. What a great song. What a rocking song. Do you like that one?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, Chris Isaac, very talented guy, underrated, very underrated guy. People know him for, Baby Did a Bad Thing and Wicked Game, but he's got a lot of great stuff out there, and very, very talented guy. And I always love that song. That song, I could hear that song 3 times in a row, but we won't play because we got other things to do today. But that was really, really cool is like a lot of times when people are, before they become famous, like, they're like in a band or something, and before they make it, and, they become big stars on their own. And while his first band is kind of still with him, all the members of his very first band, Silvertone, they're still make up his backing vocals.
Just the Chris Isaac band now?
Yeah, they pretty much, he's got the same backing people ever since, so good for him. Silvertone. Actually, I believe Chris Isaac's first album was called Silvertone in tribute to them, so good for him.
There you go.
We should have him on the show sometime.
Go ahead, book it.
Make that happen.
You book it. Be tenacious.
You know, it's something I never understood.
Probably would.
You know how the children thing. People always say, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells.
Yes.
I never, like, when we were kids, we sang, I like the way we sang it better. Apparently the accepted version is, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost his wheel, and the Joker got away. That's the traditional verse. We sang it in the little town of Hamden, growing up as kids in the 70s. Batman Smells, Robin lays an egg. Batmobile lost his wheel, and Commissioner broke his leg.
Oh, okay.
That's better because it rhymes now with egg. We had it rhyme, and the Commissioner breaking his leg is, I think, a little more serious than the Joker getting away. You can catch a Joker tomorrow, but the Commissioner's going to be laid up for a while if he broke his leg.
I gotcha.
So I would like to see our Hamden 70s version, Hamden, Massachusetts version, become bigger.
Sing it tomorrow at the host show.
Maybe we'll do that. What time is that on? I'm working. I got to work tonight, and so that means I'm not.
It's on from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. You come first thing in the morning when you get out.
Maybe. Well, all right. I not going to say no, but don't hold a seat for me.
It's just kind of whoever shows up. That's how it's always been.
Who's doing it?
Bob and Kenny are hosting it this year because usually Patrick did it, but that was Patrick's last show last year.
And it's here?
It's here in the studio. I'm going to make a run to Mrs. Murphy's really early in the
That's
morning.
what I was waiting for. To be enticed with food.
Really early in the morning. I won't get any sleep anyways at this point, so really early in the morning.
I'm not saying no. It goes till 10, you said?
Yep.
All right, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't be upset if I don't make it.
Well, call in then and harass us.
Maybe. All right.
If you remember the number.
I do. It's 786-2694. Did I get any of them right?
No.
642-9309. I wrote it down. 642-9309. This is a Elvis Christmas song that's not as big as the other ones, but I always liked it. It was this album was a top seller and topped the Billboard Holiday Albums chart in 1963 to 1973. It would have been much bigger on the Billboard chart, but at the time, Billboard magazine did not recognize holiday albums on their regular list. So, shamefully, it did not...
Shame on Billboard.
Yeah, it did not have the same commercial appeal of Elvis's first Christmas album, but over the years, it's become a perennial favorite. There's 11 songs on it, all recorded over a 2-day period, and later releases on the album, they stole Blue Christmas from the first album and put it on there because they know that's everyone's favorite Elvis song. So to help out sales, they added Blue Christmas to this one.
Yeah.
But not bad. Recording 11 songs in 2 days. But this is one I always like.
That's just what they did back then.
It's just the way it was back then.
Yeah.
So this is one of my favorite ones. On a Snowy Christmas Night by Elvis, 89.5 WSKB.
Midnight prayer so softly whispered in a cathedral's candlelight, bring the message of the holidays on a snowy Christmas night. Holly wreaths and hidden mistletoe, symbols of the season's might, joyful faces everywhere you go on a snowy Christmas night. Give thanks for all you've been blessed with, and hold your loved ones tight, for you know the Lord's been good to you on a snowy Christmas night. Mother Nature wears a bridal gown, for the world's dressed in white. There's a silent glow that fills the earth on a snowy Christmas night. Give
on a snowy Christmas night. For you know the Lord's been good to you on a snowy Christmas night.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Running a little bit hot tonight. I can barely see the road from the heat coming on. Reach down between my legs, ease the seat back. She's running, I'm riding, right behind it, real me now. Got the feeling, powers hearing, busy popping.
Van Halen. Of course, the song has suggestive lyrics and everything, but it's not probably what you think it's about. It's about a car David Lee Roth was watching a race in Las Vegas, and there was a car called the Panama Express. So if I actually think of all the lyrics in the song, it actually fits the song. It's about a race car.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's true. And because one of the things is like, why is the song called Panama? I mean, is that the girl's name, or you think about that was the name of the car, the Panama Express? And that part there where you can, where David Lee Roth in the middle there, he's singing, "I can barely see the road" with the heat coming off. If you watch the video, you see them with a hairdryer, and so you kind of thought, well, maybe they actually used a hairdryer. No, that's Eddie's Lamborghini. They backed it into the studio, and they put microphones near the exhaust, and he's actually revving his Lamborghini.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. So, yeah, the song not about what you think it is. Usually, a lot of times, you expect these rock and roll songs to be about women or drugs, but sometimes it's just about a car.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Which is what it was about.
Yeah. Hey, that was a pretty cool Bob Plask.
You like that one?
Did
Want
he
to hear it again?
Well, did it?
It was a live take.
Did it take like 17 takes for him to finally? Because he's like, "Hey, I did
2
it."
or 3.
It was 2 or 3. Okay.
Did you? Here.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSFD.
I did it.
That's great that you left that in there.
Oh.
I just pictured maybe it took him.
How could I not?
I just pictured maybe it took him 17
It was like
takes.
2 or 3, and he kept stepping on the community radio.
Oh, gotcha. And he kind of still did it anyway.
But no, he waited for it to finish,
Okay.
and then he didn't realize the mic was still recording. And Jay's laugh makes it just all the best.
Yeah, I miss those guys. I used to be on Tuesdays, and I would come in after them, and I'd like the banter that we used to have. Then I moved to Mondays, and I miss those guys. So there's nobody here Monday before me.
No, I haven't been able to fill that slot. It's tough.
Nobody wants to be my opening act, huh?
Nobody wants to get up at Monday at that early in the morning.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
I moved it because my work schedule shifted, and it was just easier for me for when my work schedule shift.
Yeah,
it
worked out great. Yeah,
but that was good. And the other one that person's really in the Polka Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Billy Bellina. Yeah, he lives in Chicopee.
There's
a shot of his house.
What Hall of Fame needs to exist for you to be in it?
Me?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm really not that important.
No, stop it.
I'm not.
You're a hell of a guy.
I might be a hell of a guy, but I'm not that important.
Maybe there's a hell of a guy Hall of Fame.
Okay. The Polka Hall of Fame is in Chicago, Illinois, by the way.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this next song, okay, got Elvis Costello banned from Saturday Night Live.
Really?
He wanted to do this song because a lot of the meaning about it is, the corporate broadcasting is how they're keeping people down. And, of course, NBC absolutely said, no, you are not going to go on Saturday Night Live and do that. And so he's like, okay,
true,
I'll do something else. So I think it was his second set. You know how they give musicians 2 sets?
Yep.
He starts playing a different song. I don't remember what it was. And I think you can find this on YouTube. And then suddenly, he tells his band, the attractions, stop. No, we're not doing that. Radio, everybody. And he and the band starts doing it. And the whole time, Lorne Michaels is giving him the finger the whole time. And when he was done...
Surprised he didn't cut him off.
When he was done, he was banned from Saturday Night Live. So here is the song that got Elvis Costello banned from Saturday Night Live. Here's our Radio, 89.5 WSKB.
Seriously thinking about hiding the receiver when the switch Everybody else is overwhelmed by indifference and the promise of an early bed. You either shut up or get cut out. They don't wanna hear about it's only inches on the reel to reel. And the radio is in the hands of such a lot of fools trying to anesthetize the way that you feel. Radio is a sound salvation. Radio is cleaning up the nation. So you better listen to the voice of reason. But they don't give you any choice, cause they think that it's treason. So you had better do as you were told. You better listen to the radio. Wonderful radio. Now the less a radio. Wonderful radio.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes and Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio. 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy to have a girl like her. Is truly a dream come true. Just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. Ooh. Soon we'll be married and raise a family. Oh yeah. This couldn't be a dream, or too real it all seems. But it was just my imagination once again running away with me. Tell you it was just my imagination running away with me. hear my plea. Don't ever let another take her love from me, or I will surely die. Love is heavenly when her arms enfold me. I hear a tender rhapsody, but in reality, she doesn't even know me. Just my imagination once again running away with me. Oh, tell you it was just my imagination running away with me. I'll never know that I can't forget her. Just my imagination. Yeah. Running away with me.
The Temptations. Now, they were having success with some of their psychedelic songs, but a lot of their fans just wanted them to return to their 60s sound. Well, they did it, and it became a big hit on the pop and R&B charts. It's also the final time that we got to hear Eddie Kendricks and Paul Williams. That was their last
hurrah?
Go around with the Temptations, yep. During the process of recording and releasing the single, Kendricks left the group to begin a solo career. And Williams was just, he was forced to retire for health reasons. But, so people got what they wanted. They returned to their 60s sound, but that was it. That was the last hurrah. So I don't know if comedian Artie Robb is phoning in or not, but if you get a chance to check him out, he's going to be doing a show at Jess Miller's Club, OMG Comedy Club, I believe December 26th. Daryl Roseman's going to be there, guy I've worked with before, a very funny guy. And if you get the chance to go, I think it's only $15. Not
That's
bad.
not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's a great night of entertainment. Check it out at the OMG Comedy Club, and we may or may not have Artie Robb on the phone earlier. He could be oversleeping, but it's possible.
He's a performer. These things happen.
Yeah, we lead these rough lives. This balancing act between fame and our personal lives. It's such a tough balancing act, but you know all about that.
I have no clue.
So last week I said that in our fantasy football league it was a Mama Dada Super Bowl. Finally, after 22 years, I'm playing my wife in the Super Bowl, and neither team has shown up. It's actually pathetic. If we were playing anybody else, we'd be getting blown out. But we're playing each other, and neither of our teams. It's just baffling that Jamarcus Russell,
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. Yes, thank you
Laid
very much.
an egg.
Yeah, Jameis Winston. I had Austin Eckler, did nothing. Darren Waller, nothing. I had Seattle's defense, nothing. So basically, I have but fortunately, Karen's team has done nothing too. She had a couple injuries in game to some of her players, and I am clinging to a very small lead. And I have Mike Boone going tonight, running back from Minnesota. But she has Aaron Jones and Minnesota's defense. So I'm probably in trouble. But this is going to be one of the most pathetic Super Bowls, and the other teams are laughing like, oh, if only we could have gotten in. And again, thank God we're not playing anybody else because we'd be getting blown out.
You would have got their butt handed to you.
We'd be getting blown out right now. And if I'd started Melvin Gordon, I was torn. Do I start Melvin Gordon or Austin Eckler? And I decided to go with Eckler. Now, Gordon only had 9 carries for 15 yards, which is horrible. But he had 2 one-yard rushing touchdowns.
Which would have given you 14
would have
points.
given me a very, very nice lead. And so, but you know what? As I've always said, if you had solid reasoning for doing what you did, okay, if you gave, and I did, I had solid reasons, I had thought process. If you had solid reasons for doing what you did, you can't second guess yourself. It's those decisions that you make that, and if you, I don't know if I ever told you this trick, okay? My teddy bear buttons taught me this trick.
Okay.
Let's say you have a tough decision that you don't know what you want to do.
Yep.
Okay? Flip a coin. Oh, hold on. I'm not telling you to ride your decision on a coin flip. But when that coin is in the air, you will secretly know what outcome you are rooting for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's a smart bear.
I guess so.
It is.
I guess.
We always like to play a Massachusetts artist, and we're playing a couple Christmas songs. So how can we not combine these two and play Billy Squire's original Christmas song? 89.5 WSKB.
Christmas is a time to say I love you. Share the joys and laughter and the tears.
One of our underwriters here at WSKB's Community Radio is Carson Center for Health and Human Services, a nonprofit organization located at 20 Broad Street in Westfield. They provided behavioral health and rehabilitation services in communities throughout Western Massachusetts since 1963. There are services for children, adolescents, adults, families, and couples. You can find them on the web at carsoncenter.org or at 413-572-4132.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wherever you go, wherever you may wander in your life, surely you know I'll always want to be there, holding your hand and standing by to catch you when you fall, seeing you through in everything you do. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. Watching you grow and going through the changes in your life. That's how I know I'll always want to be there. Whenever you feel you need a friend to lean on, here I am. Whenever you call, you know I'll be there. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. All I ask you is let me be there.
Olivia Newton-John. Now, I can't believe I've never heard this, but Elvis sang a couple of covers of that. He used to always do it in concert until his death. And
I could see that.
yeah, pretty much the most noted cover was recorded at the live concert in Memphis, Tennessee. The guy doing the bass part, he tried to parlay that into his own musical career, but it never really worked out for him.
Okay.
But Olivia Newton-John, Let Me Be There. Great 70s song, 89.5 WSKB. On the line, do we have somebody on the line?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Artie Robb, how are ya?
I'm great, man. How are you? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, my friend, and good morning. It's not. Is it easy getting up at this time on a Monday morning when you're in the entertainment business?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm up early every morning, man, all the time, man. You know, so.
What's cool about Artie Robb is coming to Springfield. What's cool about Artie Robb, sometimes there are comedians who are good storytellers, and sometimes there's comedians who are good crowd work people. But Artie, I think, balances the act very nicely between both. You're going to really enjoy seeing him, as I always have, Artie.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we're going to be down at a new comedy club downtown Springfield. Oh My God Comedy Club at 232 Worthington Street. It's Artie Rob and Friends. I'm bringing some of my real funny friends, hosted by Springfield's comedian Daryl Roseman.
Daryl Roseman is fantastic.
Yes, very, very funny guy. I brought a few of my friends, Erica Nolan, Dave Sheehan, Kareem Blue, Lisa Wentworth, and Philip Anthony, who was really funny too.
Yep.
And I'll be headlining the show. So, we're looking to have a really good time the day after Christmas. Bring a little holiday cheer.
It is. And what time does the show start?
The show starts at 7:30. The doors open at 6 o'clock. And tickets they can get tickets to Eventbrite. It's Artie Rob and Friend, or they can contact JessMillerComedy.com. Yes. Doors open at 6. Showtime 7:30.
Now, this show originates in Westfield, so a lot of people in Westfield hear Worthington Street, and there's a lot of bad memories of it, but they're cleaning up their act, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. We're actually, they've closed down all the bars and cut all that out down there now, and they're making it more friendly for the public to come down. I think since the casino came and everything, and all the incidents that once happened upon a time on Worthington, but now it's quiet down there. There's parking, so it's a lot different than it once was. I was surprised when I went down there because I had heard a lot of stories myself.
Now, I've always enjoyed your stuff. There's one part in your act I don't particularly care for, and that's the hat you usually wear. You're not going to wear that same hat that I saw you wear last time, are you?
It all depends, man. I got several hats. We'll have to see.
The Yankee hat. That's what I'm referring to. The New York Yankee hat. That's...
Oh no, that one's. I just wore that because it matched my clothes.
All right, and if you can watch on TV, I'm not exactly color coordinated. I'm stuck wearing this Santa hat. I put this on, but now I can't take it off because it is completely messed up my hair. So when you commit to a hat, you got to commit to the hat, basically.
Right, yeah. Like I said, I'm about the color coordination, man. So I don't think I won't be wearing a Yankee hat that night. No, I think I'll be wearing more of a grown-up hat that night.
Now, what made you get into comedy?
Actually, it was weird. I ran into a friend of mine, and they were a singer, and they were telling me about some showcase they had coming up, and we were laughing. They said, you always should get into comedy. So I went down with them, and it was crazy because I got a call one day from the promoter, and he's like, "Can you do 15 minutes? Have you ever done comedy?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure," but I really had it. I'm just good at public speaking. So I went down to Connecticut, and I opened up actually the show. They paid me, and I just kept doing it ever since.
Wow, you got paid your first time out, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just kept doing it.
Because usually the thing is people have to kick around these open mic nights, and eventually somebody says, "Hey, you know what?"
Yeah, that was never my path, man. I didn't start there. I started getting paid, and I was fortunate enough to be around a lot of good people that brought me places, I guess, until I grew into my talent, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and so I guess with public speaking, that's where you became, you developed the storyteller aspect.
Yeah. I was very good at public speaking and stuff like that, so... It was funny at the beginning because I thought I was good, but I didn't realize I had no timing and no delivery. They were just being patient and nice to me.
Well, that's what I joked. I joked the very first time I did it. I went up on stage in '91, and I said, so the first time I did it, I had no timing or anything. I had material that I had pretty much known my whole life. So I did it the next month, and I thought I had to come up with a whole new routine, which I didn't know. So it's funny, though, but now I had an experience I did once before. It actually went better. I said the material wasn't as good because it was only written for like a month, but the timing was better. And I said, what? Sometimes timing is more important than material, sometimes.
Oh, most definitely, bro. I mean, sometimes the joke might not even be that good, but the timing and the delivery of the joke is what makes people laugh. I mean, that's definitely a major factor, timing and delivery.
I used to love going to open mic nights when Johnny Rizzo. I don't know if you ever worked with Johnny Rizzo.
Oh yeah, out of Connecticut, really.
Yeah,
definitely.
And if you go to an open mic with Johnny Rizzo, sometimes he challenges the audience, like, "Why are you laughing at that? That's not even funny."
Yeah, Rizzo's a veteran. He's been around the scene for a long time.
Yep.
Good guy too.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, Artie, I hope this is a big success. It's December 26th, the day after Christmas. What else are you going to be doing, right? You got to go come downstairs.
I'm just saying, people, listen, if you're looking for something to do, man, the day after Christmas, you spend all your money and you're a little sad, or even if you got something left over, come on down and join us. I mean, it's going to be a great show, man, and we got some outstanding comedians. And the club itself, I swear, is one of the nicest comedy clubs around. It is brand new. It's fantastic, bro.
It's great to see comedy being alive in Western Massachusetts again.
Yes, yes.
All right, Artie, I wish you lots of luck with this, and great talking to you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks a lot for having me, man.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
Yep, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Artie Robb. Yeah, check it out. It should be a good show. It's funny. I almost ran a comedy club in Northampton. I had a chance, and when I was trying to decide whether or not to take it over, I was offered the club to run it, and as I was thinking, do I really want to do this? I took too long to decide. I don't know if I would have said yes or no. I probably would have said no, but somebody else came in. Lorenzo Washington took it, and he ran with it very nicely. Except I came up with a really cool name for it. You know what the name would have been?
What would have been?
The Northampton Hysterical Society.
Huh? All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
All right, thank you. Well, yeah, so check it out. Artie Robb is a good guy, too. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Now you're all discombobulated on the regular show, yes.
So the backing vocals on this song, they were sung by some of the other members of the band, and they said, you know what? As a joke, let's do the song in Spanish. Let's do the backing vocals in Spanish. And everyone's like, you don't even know Spanish. She's like, well, yeah, but you know, his aunt Spanish, but she was Ecuadorian Spanish. So this isn't complete Spanish. The backing vocals on this song isn't regular Spanish. So if you understand Spanish, you might not quite understand what they're saying because it's Ecuadorian Spanish. I don't know what the difference is, but it's slightly different. Here's a song that taught us all a little bit of Spanish. Here's The Clash, and Should I Stay or Should I Go? 89.5 WSKB.
Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day is fine and next is black. So if you want me off your back, well come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So come on and let me know. This indecision's bugging me. If you don't want me, set me free. Exactly whom I'm supposed to be. Don't you know which clothes even fit me? Come on and let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Split. Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Should I stay or should I go now? Trouble. And if I stay, it will be double.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldState.bncollege.com.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio 89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield. Are we killing this song?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me. Okay.
Yeah, I said, yeah.
I got 3 other things going on, but
No,
let's
I
try
know.
this one.
I love that song, but it's going to be long.
Okay.
We'll play it next
A little
week.
Fifth Dimension.
Last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. I lay awake and watched until the morning light washed away the darkness of the lonely night. Oh, and last night I got to thinking maybe I should call you up and just forget my foolish pride. I heard your number ringing, I went cold inside, and last night I didn't get to sleep at all. I know it's not my fault, I did my best. God knows this heart of mine could use a rest, but more and more I find the dreams I left behind are somehow too real to replace. Oh, last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. The sleeping pill I took was just a waste of time. I couldn't close my eyes 'cause you were on my mind. And last night I didn't get to sleep, didn't get to sleep. No, I didn't get to sleep at all. But more and more I find the dreams I left behind are somehow too real to replace. Oh, last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. The sleeping pill I took was just a waste of time. I couldn't close my eyes 'cause you were on my mind. And last night I didn't get to sleep, didn't get to sleep. No, I didn't get to sleep at all. No, 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 no. Last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. Last night I didn't get to sleep at
Yeah, we had to bump the Who song because it was too long to fit in that segment there. So
That's okay.
We'll play it next week.
It's
So
been
that
one of
song was
those
shorter.
ones.
What's great now, the guy who wrote that song was a huge fan of the Carpenters. And so he wrote this song for the Carpenters. He wrote it in their style. And unbelievably, he was able to get it to them. And they listened to it and they said, well, we like the song. We really do. But you had this reference of a sleeping pill and we're really anti-drug. Can you replace that line? And he said, no. No, the line's
No.
kind of important to the song.
No.
No. Yeah, that's what he
No.
said. He said, no. He said the line's kind of important to the song. And the Carpenters would not take the song with that lyric. So the Fifth Dimension said, thank you very much. Ironically, years later in some special, once the song became a hit, the Carpenters did do a cover of it. But the Dopes, they could have been their song. But I absolutely love the Fifth. I
So
love
the Carpenters.
Who doesn't love the Fifth Dimension version of that song? That song is absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yep.
We play it again if we had time.
But we don't.
That's the show. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. I really hope the heck you enjoyed the show and you'll come back. We'll be back next week. 2 weeks from now, we won't be here because of the inauguration of Don Humison, our buddy. That'd be kind of cool. So, but we'll be here next week with all new stupid show with all new stupid, us.
Okay.
We always like to end the song with something kind of silly, and one of my favorite little Christmas novelty songs is Alan Sherman's 12 Gifts of Christmas.
Yes.
I am Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing your street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer, Peter Coles in there. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
Check out our Artie Rob's show at the 26th of December at the Oh My God Comedy Club in Springfield. So it should be a great show. Daryl Roseman will be there. Daryl Roseman, good friend of mine. Fantastic show will be. So here's Alan Sherman. Merry Christmas, everybody.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a Japanese transistor radio.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
Green polka dot pajamas
and a Japanese transistor radio.
It's a Nakashima.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
A calendar book with the name of my insurance man.
green polka dot pajamas and a Japanese transistor radio.
It's the Mark IV model. That's the one that's discontinued.
On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
A simulated alligator wallet.
a calendar book with the name of my insurance man, green polka dot pajamas and a Japanese transistor radio.
And it comes in a leatherette case with holes in it so you could listen right through the case.
On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
A statue of a naked lady with a clock where her stomach ought to be.
a simulated alligator watch, a calendar book with the name of my insurance man, green polka dot pajamas and a Japanese transistor radio.
And it has a wire with a thing on one end that you could stick in your ear and a thing on the other end that you can't stick anywhere because it's bent.
On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
A hammered aluminum nutcracker and all that other stuff.
and a Japanese transistor radio. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
A pink satin pillow that says San Diego with fringe all around it and all that other stuff.
and a Japanese transistor radio. On the eighth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
An indoor plastic bird bath
all that other stuff.
and a Japanese transistor radio.
On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
A pair of teakwood shower clocks
and a Japanese transistor radio. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a chromium combination manicure scissors and cigarette lighter
and a Japanese transistor radio. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
an automatic vegetable slicer that works when you see it on television but not when you get it home.
and a Japanese transistor radio.
On the 12th day of Christmas, although it may seem strange, on the 12th day of Christmas, I'm going to exchange an automatic vegetable slicer that works when you see it on television but not when you get it home.
Chromium combination manicure scissors and cigarette lighter.
Pair of teakwood shower clocks.
Indoor plastic bird bath.
Pink satin pillow that says San Diego with fringe all around it.
Hammered aluminum nutcracker.
Statue of a naked lady with a clock where her stomach ought to be.
Simulated alligator wallet.
Calendar book with the name of my insurance man.
Green polka dot